Welcome, everybody, to episode 17 of the Under 1 Million podcast, the podcast based off of the Deserving playlist series on Spotify. I'm here with my guest, and he's been placed on that list with his single called, well, it's not his album, but it's called Love. It was a Final Four record into the Deserving Madness tournament. Go ahead and take it away, my man.
I'm YÜSE from Sacramento, California. You show us some support. Sacramento got a lot of talent coming out right now, and I hope that I can be on more under 1 million. Well, soon more than 1 million.
Exactly. That's the thing. It's the goal of this list is to never place y'all again, which is weird.
Right.
But that's the ultimate goal that we're going for. But I appreciate you being here, my man. Thank you for taking the time. How have you been doing through this whole pandemic thing? I got to get that question out first.
Honestly, I'm so over it. Like, finally finding my sound. Like, I just want to get out there and show people my sound now. So it kind of feels like I'm kind of like trapped in the house all year long. I'm just ready to be free again, be with my homies. I'm just ready to get out this good music, honestly.
I feel you. Have you found it like a little difficult to focus on making music while you've been kind of quarantined, whatever you want to call it? Or has it given you more of a push to make more music and you're just kind of waiting on the right time to let it all flourish?
It's honestly like, I want to say it's right in the middle, because like being inside, you don't have as much inspiration that you would get when you're out there experience the world. When you're just in a house all year, you see, hey, go to the bathroom, do some homework from school. Like it's all the same stuff, and it kind of gets old. But honestly, like actually having the time to be in the house has also helped me, because I took the time and set it aside for myself to actually like dig deeper and to find my sound and like find what works for me in making music. So I'm grateful for that.
I find it kind of difficult to believe that, because and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a great way, because your music sounds so polished and it's a vibe, man. Whenever I throw on one of your records, it's a complete vibe. And I feel like listening to your music, I feel like you've had your sound for years.
Right.
But I guess that's not the case.
Shoot, I'm going to tell you, this is not the first project that I dropped. I actually dropped the project on SoundCloud, and literally like I dropped it. A couple of days goes past. I'm just listening to it, and I'm just like, this is not it. Let me take this down right now. Like I had a whole party and everything, but like I just did not like it. And then like I actually took like 2 years to work on myself and actually find a good sound that works with me and stuff like that, instead of trying to imitate all the artists that like I got inspired by. I had to take that and create something for myself. And then finally it snapped, and like honestly, Love is like one of my like first songs that I got from my sound. So I'm excited to see what else I can come up with.
Yeah, I mean, I love Love. I love that record a lot, man. Like, I don't place much slower music on my playlist. Not necessarily because I don't like it. I've definitely gotten more into the slower vibes over the years, but it's just I honestly don't get that many submissions. I have a hard time finding talented guys do what you do. And probably more because it's more geared toward your actual singing voice than anything else.
Yeah.
Do you use a lot of effects on your lyrics when you put it into the mix, or not much? It's hard to tell.
Not much. Yeah, not much. But sometimes I'll like try to do stuff differently. Like when I layer my tracks and stuff, I try to create like a different sound, or like I'll add a little plug in here and there, and then I'll send it to my homie. You probably met him, Juice.
I haven't met him.
Talked a little bit.
Yeah, we've talked over Instagram a little.
Yeah, right. But he be doing his magic too. Like he'll add something, and I'm like, dang, like I would never thought to do this, and it'll make it sound even better. He's actually played a big part in like my music journey, honestly. Him and my brother Jethro.
Yep, I placed Jethro.
Yeah, he was also on the Deserving. Yep.
Yeah, trying to get him on this podcast here soon too. I tried to get Juice on the podcast too, man. He turned me down. I was quite upset.
Don't take it
No, no,
personal
no.
at all. Like he really just he's super busy, super busy. And then
No,
my brother, he has a lot. He's going through like a lot right now.
yeah.
So we're just figuring things out. Everybody going through life.
No, I feel you. I was being a little, just joking a little bit. He was honestly, he actually said that he thought that he wouldn't really be able to bring much in the discussion, but
Yeah,
I don't know. I was kind of let it go. I'm gonna circle back with him though, but put some
dude,
pressure
I'm gonna
on
have
him.
to talk. I'm gonna put a little pressure on him because he got a lot. He's a genius. Dude's a genius.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've been dying to sit down with a like a producer
Yeah,
or an engineer. Uh,
right,
I know those guys tend to be a little bit more introverted than
right,
us artist types, whatever.
right.
But we'll keep pushing. But
Yeah,
back back to your stuff. So Final Four record in the Deserving Madness tournament. And this is the first time I've had a podcast after this tournament
right.
has finished. So I just kind of want to get in. I don't want you to like talk it up or anything like that, but
Yeah,
like, how does that make you feel? You know what I mean? To
it
get
was intense.
yeah, how does
It
it
was
make you feel?
intense, man. Man, especially being again when you put me and K Hella against each other, like that's my close homie. Like I was just like, dang, like this is getting crazy. Like all of us start getting into it even more, and like especially being in the Final Four, you got the whole city in Sac going up. We were
Yeah,
all
man.
excited.
I'm gonna be honest. I was a little shocked at the numbers and the turnout and all that stuff, which is a credit to y'all because I mean, you know,
Man,
y'all are the ones that are bringing the fans and the followers and things like that. So, and I just appreciate y'all buying in and sharing it out consistently. K Hella man had one hell of a showing in that finals.
man, man, bro, he's a beast. Like I was getting very anxious because you just see it going from 50-50 to 50-51. Like it just kept
Bro,
popping. Like every minute that I checked it,
it was
crazy.
super close. And to have almost 2,000 votes in something like this, I was like blown away. I was like, holy shit, these
Yeah,
guys are actually pushing their shit. And those are the type of artists that I want to work with and I want to have
yeah,
on this podcast. I want to have on my list because that's the only way
right,
it's going to grow. And you guys are kind of like molding the base for what I'm trying to do. And what I mean by that
right.
is I might not have a huge following right now on this list. It's continuously
Mm,
growing every day, but so you guys are kind of bringing the following. So you're setting the groundwork for future artists to hopefully allow them to get some more push and kind of get a boost from what I'm doing. So I appreciate that
right.
a
It's all
lot.
about inspiration, man. Like it's honestly dope what you're doing because like the up and coming artists don't really get the like time of day. Like it's always the main artist that they want. So for you to do something like this is really dope, and I was happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, man, I was happy to have you. Honestly, I thought that you were going to win this whole time. I didn't say that to anybody else, obviously, because I don't want to give any false hopes to anyone or anything like that.
Yeah,
But I just looking at the actual numbers behind the scenes,
yeah,
I expected you to win, but
yeah.
like K Hella pulled the shit out of the woodwork, man. At the end of the
He
day,
did.
but congratulations to K Hella too, by the
For
way.
real,
You're
he
watching.
deserves it. He be working. He be working hard. I'm
He
happy to
does
see him win. If
for real.
anybody was worth the win, I'm just happy it was K. Ellis,
Well, I'm glad I
my
didn't create
boy.
any bad blood between you guys. But,
Nah, I'm gonna just pull up to his house now. Nah,
but yeah,
nah.
man,
He's my boy. I'm happy that he won.
getting a little bit back or more into you or back into your stuff. Um,
Mhm.
you give off. I don't use this word very often. An aura. You give off an aura with your music that it's a beautiful thing, and even with your whole setup that you got going on behind you, it just gives off this whole vibe. It's super positive, and it just every time I listen to your music, it just makes me happy, man. It sounds weird, but it really,
That makes me happy.
yeah, it
For
really
real.
does.
That's all I'm trying to do.
So that being said, what is your goal in making the music that you make? What's the ultimate goal that you're trying to meet?
Honestly, the ultimate goal is to inspire and just to put out good music because I don't feel like people really put the time in their music anymore. It's just they use it more as like a business, if that makes sense. Like I'm not in it for like the fame, which a lot of people are. I'm really just trying to put out some good music. Like at the end of the day, it's all about the art, and I just want to inspire. Honestly, like that's the biggest goal is just to inspire and let people know that they can do it too.
When you say inspire, are you trying to inspire people to do anything specifically, like just be better people? Because like there's plenty of different inspiration that you can get
Right.
from shit. You know what I
That's
mean? So
true.
so what's like what is if you had to sit down with somebody who listens to your music, myself, what would you tell them in like, I want you to get this out of it? Or do you just want them to get whatever they take from it?
Right. Um, I'm not necessarily like whatever they take from, but I really do want them just to really dig deep into themselves and whatever they want to do, like even if it's not music, like sports, whatever it is. Like I just don't want them to quit. If they want to do that, I want them to do that, pursue it until the end. Like I want to inspire them just to be happy also too, because it's a lot of negative stuff in this world, always negativity around us. So if I could put a little bit of positivity in the world and create a little bit of light, like that's good. That's good for me. If I could bring a little light to one person, I'm happy. Like as long as I get hit someone with this positivity, you know.
I feel you. How do you do like balance that? Because like I know, at least just speaking from my experiences, like
Mhm.
when I sometimes I'll sit down and make a record, I'll go into it feeling, super positive and like wanting
Mhm.
to make a more, upbeat vibe, something like you said, they can inspire people just in any aspect of
Mhm.
their life. But what I run into a lot is 5, 10 minutes in, I don't have that feeling anymore. It's more of
Ooh,
a, oh my God, this isn't coming out the way I want it, or stuff like
right.
that. So, like, how do you keep that mindset or that level head throughout a long studio session?
I take breaks, honestly. Like breaks is my best friend. Like when I'm not, because every artist goes through that. Because once you don't have that energy, it just doesn't feel the same. Like you listen to the track back and you're just like, I'm not feeling it anymore. That's because you have to have that same energy. So honestly, before I record, I usually meditate also, just to ease my brain, ease my mind, because it's always racing. And then I'll get a little prayer in, like, all right, let's have a good session, and then it's just it's on and up for that from there.
Is that
So
all you really do to like meditate? Do you go to prayer or do you do anything else? Like, before you answer that, I want to kind of,
yeah,
because I want to get into that. I haven't really sat down with anybody I could get into meditation with a lot because I'm
right.
gonna be honest. I feel like a lot of people in hip hop kind of laugh at meditation. They think it's lame
Mhm.
or whatever, which I think is stupid.
Yeah.
I do yoga myself. I
Yep.
try to clear my head pretty much at any time that I can get a quiet moment.
Right.
So, like, what do you go to other than prayer to, get your mind focused?
Yeah. Honestly, the meditation helps a lot because I don't know. Do you say other than meditation too, or just other than
No, just
prayer?
like types of like do you I know there's tons of different types of meditation. So like
Yeah.
what is a session of meditation look like for you?
All right. Like I'll sit in a quiet area and like I sit in like an upward position, like crisscross applesauce, or just however whatever you're comfortable in. And like I really just pay attention to my breathing and like really try to clear my mind like with no thoughts other than like me focusing on my breathing. So like I'll breathe in and I'll count to like probably five or something like that. I'll breathe out, count to five in my head, and then I'll start to breathe slower and slower and start counting those breaths. And like it just I don't know, I get into like a mode. It feels weird. I can't even explain it until you like do it. Like I know a lot of people say that like I can't stop thinking. Like my mind always goes to like other things, but you really have to focus on your breath. Because I used to be like that way too, but then I got serious and like started doing guided meditation. And I kind of got the hang of it as I did it. Practice makes perfect.
For sure. And
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about because I've experienced the difficulty of getting into a meditative state and things like that.
Hmm.
But kind of going back to what I mentioned before of not being a popular thing in the hip hop world or R&B
Hmm.
world even. It's probably a little bit more common with R&B artists, but
Yeah.
like I've literally been laughed at when I've told people that I do yoga or I try meditation and
Yeah.
things like that. So like what would you say to somebody like that?
Stop being insecure. Like literally, like the stats are there. Like you can go on Google itself and like look up what meditation does to you, and they're just a whole list would be there, and like you'd be there all day looking out the positive effects of meditation.
Yeah,
Like so for people that like I don't know shun it and say no, not it's stupid. It's basically dumb. Like limiting themselves to what they can do. You know.
definitely. And I think
Yeah.
I get why, and I
Yeah,
shouldn't be like, oh, I don't understand why
yeah,
that's the case. I do understand. I get why that
yeah.
is um, a common opinion,
Mm-hmm.
especially in a world where it's just like go 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 all the time, and if you're
Mm-hmm.
not doing something, you're not doing it right. You know what I mean? Just
Right.
dumb stigmas and sayings that people make up that
Yeah.
don't make any sense really, but we run with them.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
no, I feel you. I feel you for sure.
It's human nature. It's human
Yeah.
nature. Just I just try to stop letting things offend me and stuff like that. That's helped me a lot, like with my peace. Because I used to always get like upset, like, why do you think that way, this and that? Like at the end of the day, like my brother always said, he always says, we're all in our own bubble. And once they leave your bubble, they go back to what they're doing in their bubble, and you're gonna go back to doing what you're doing in your bubble. So it's a waste of time, honestly.
It is,
You can
and
get mad.
no, for real, and it's like it's just it's a never ending battle. I feel like it's just
Yeah,
something that's it is human nature to want to be
yeah,
correct and want to be right about things and all that, but it's like it just goes against everything that's realistic and reality. It's like
right.
we all know that we're wrong all the time. We all know
Hmm.
that most things in this world are all just opinionated anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Everything.
it's wild. Why do you think that is? Why do we have to like force our beliefs on other people? Like what is that?
I don't know. I feel like it's like a dominant type thing, like deep in our roots or something. I really don't know because I try to like keep myself from doing that too. Like everybody does it. Everybody wants to be right, like you said. Like I'm reading this book actually on human nature, and it was saying how like everybody's actually like a narcissist. Like deep down, everybody wants to be heard. Everybody wants that attention. That's our nature. But the first step is like acknowledging it, and then you do it little by little, and like tell yourself like cut that out. Like you need to do that. Like it's okay for people to have other perspectives on life. Like and you have yours. They can't change what your perspective is. You can't change what theirs is, and it just brings more peace in my life, honestly.
No, I mean, I agree 100%. I was kind of along the same lines. I had
Yeah.
a difficult time with that when I was a little younger and
Mhm.
needed to voice my opinion all the time. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Got in fights with some friends and shit like that. But it's like
Yep.
looking back at it, I was like, what the fuck was I doing?
I feel it. I feel it
uh,
100%. I've had the same moments. I'm just like, dang, I can't believe I used to be like that. But that's growth though. It's important to like look back and see how far you've come. Like at least you're not like that anymore, you know.
yeah, for
That's
sure,
all that matters.
for sure. Now, coming back to what something that you mentioned in your intro, and you being in school right now, you're the first artist I think. Well, I think you're the first one I've sat down with that is actually just still, getting an education in
Yeah.
college. So, like, how do you find the time to do music and that, man? Because like, looking back to my college days,
Yeah.
making music was something I did at the time, but it was also something
Yeah.
I did not do consistently at the time.
Yeah. It just all comes to like what you make time for. Like honestly, like I know that I love making music, so I'm gonna make the time to do that. And then if I need to wake up early or go to sleep later, like I'm gonna do that because at the end of the day, like music is a priority for me. Like I'm gonna do that for life one day. You know, that's gonna be my job. So
Are you in school for
I
music?
make it a part. No, no, just business. Honestly,
Yeah.
honestly, it's funny because like I wanted to stop going to school, and I stopped for a little second, and I was just like, I already started. Like I might as well just get my degree. So I'm honestly just doing it because I'm trying to finish what I started.
Hey, I respect that. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, yeah,
Especially if you're going for business. I mean, business is universal.
exactly. I'm gonna be able to use it eventually.
Anything you do in life is a business. So, or, for
Exactly,
career wise, but no.
exactly.
But like, are you a full time student right now?
Not right now. I'm honestly about to transfer soon because I got my AA this semester. So I'm just waiting to see where I want to go. Probably gonna go to Sac State, somewhere
Okay.
close.
Now,
Yeah.
do you find advantages um, in the music world with being in college right now? Because obviously, I mean, you're in a place where
Yeah.
a bunch of younger people that are probably like
Mhm.
the same type of music that you make
Right.
are available all the time. So like I never got that experience of handing out mixtapes in a college
Right.
campus, things like that. How do you use that to your advantage?
Honestly, I haven't got to use it like yet because I dropped my like project and all my music during COVID, so I didn't necessarily get to talk to like all the students and stuff that I was going to school with. But I do look forward to doing that. I actually bought this 'cause people always ask, "What do you do?" And like, where can I look at your music? This is a for any artist out there. It's called like a dot. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see it?
Yeah, yeah.
It's super quick, and you scan it and then it pops up like all your information, all your music and stuff. It pops up. So I'll look forward to using it like when I get back into school. Actually,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. Let me
I'm gonna try it. Yeah,
write this shit down right now.
yeah, for real. It's
uh,
pretty dope. Let me see if I can show you.
I've seen
Like you
things.
just put your phone to it.
Yeah, I've seen things similar, or at least heard of things similar.
Is it going? Oh, there it is.
Okay, dope. So you can just
And then
kind of
all your information.
set the link you
It's
want
kind
it
of
to
like
go
a
to.
digital business card. Yeah,
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
super convenient. Yeah,
I appreciate that. But
yes, sir.
where was I going? Now I'm distracted. Now I'm thinking about Dot. But well, okay, yeah, there we go. My mind came back.
It's
So
all
with that
good.
being said, I kind of forgot about the whole COVID thing and not being able to
Yeah.
utilize the college campus. But so like, how do you gain your following, or like, what do you go to try to draw people to your music?
Mostly social media, but honestly, I'm not gonna lie, without my group of friends, like we're all super supportive of each other. Without them, I probably wouldn't be able to get my music to as many people. So big shout out to all the homies because they always be showing love and like pushing my stuff everywhere. You know what I mean?
I can tell that just from an outsider looking
Yeah.
in. It's
Mhm.
it was a breath of fresh air when I came across. I can't even remember who I came across first now, but your group of
Yeah.
guys that I've placed on the list and the few that I had in the tournament, it was like, damn, man, these guys know they know how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I say this almost every single episode, and I'm gonna say it again.
Yeah.
Here in South Florida, that shit doesn't exist. It is kind of
So,
it's depressing. It's a little it's it's sad. Everybody wants to do shit either on their own,
mhm.
um, without sharing their knowledge, and this kind of comes from the guys
Yeah.
that I see locally that are just a little a step above the rest of us. At least
Right.
that's what it looks like anyway. Maybe they
Don't want
could.
to help each other out, basically, like all that nonsense.
Exactly, exactly. Or the other big thing that you'll run into is
Mhm.
guys that um, have all the energy in the world and
Mhm.
will say like, "Oh yeah, I'm about it. I'm trying to get this shit done. I'm doing this. I got a
Yeah.
plan for this." And then
Yeah.
they come to you and it's like, "All right, what can you do to help?" and all that type of stuff. And I'm always open
Mhm.
to help.
Yeah.
Come to the or after it's all said and done, they really don't want to do shit. They just want to talk about doing shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, just
I
to
feel that.
give y'all a compliment in your group, keep doing what you're doing, man, because obviously it's working for y'all. Like, it's
Right.
just a beautiful thing to see. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Honestly, I lucked out with my group of friends because like I wouldn't even call them friends. Like they're all family, and like and on that, like we're all family. We understand that. And at the end of the day, like I mean, a team is stronger than just one person. Like that one saying, you might go faster alone, but you won't go as far just being by yourself. Like so, I really appreciate them for being in my life.
Have you ever come across an instance within your circle where that may have not been the case that you'd be willing to share? Because I mean, I've that's happened to me in my inner circle in the past. Just little, quarrels, whatever, riffs.
Like of a like a jealousy type thing, or like what do you mean?
Jealousy, yet dumb male ego shit. You know what I'm saying? We all
Oh,
got them.
I mean, honestly, I can't think of like one time because like I feel like my group of friends, like we're all the same, but we're all different. If that makes sense. Like we just understand. Like I really like that because everybody else, like we go to high school with some people, they always like, dang, you guys are still friends. Like we've been rocking for a long time, and it's probably gonna be a lifelong type of friendship.
I got you.
But don't let it fool you. Like it is rare. It really is rare to get genuine people in your life that really care, you know. So again, I'm like very grateful for them.
No, no, but and you know, I'm grateful for y'all. Not that you've invited me into your circle. I'm not trying to say anything like
Yes,
that, but like
sir.
just for you guys being willing to, you know, work with me, come on the show,
Yeah.
even just to follow the tournament and stuff like that. Because what I'm doing when I started it, I'm gonna be honest, it felt super dumb.
Right.
Like I was like, this is dumb. But like, not
Yeah.
I should. It wasn't
It's
dumb.
that subconscious
Yeah,
talking.
exactly. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It was just kind of like,
Yeah.
yeah, I am enjoying this 100%, and I'm
Hmm.
trying to do my best
Yep.
to get people out there, but it just didn't feel like it was going to be successful until
Right.
probably like, I don't know, week like 35 of this season, the
Yeah.
season two. I was like, all right, this is starting to pick up. I started, you know,
Yeah.
starting to get people that are just DMing me, random people, not even people that make music,
Hmm.
saying, "Damn, this list is dope." I'm sharing it around, so it's like, okay, this is working. So
Love that.
I just appreciate y'all being a part of it. That's pretty much it.
Hey, I'm
But
happy to be a part of it, man. Because like honestly, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it, you know.
yeah,
So I'm just glad that you keep pushing. That's all that matters. Because one day it's gonna pay off. You just have to keep that in your mind. Because that subconscious, it really be getting
bro.
like those voices be a motherfucker. I swear. Because I honestly hate it too. Because I used to be like, I don't know. I used to get in my feelings and be like, dang, am I gonna make any music? Like I'm 25 now. Like, are they gonna still mess with me now that I'm getting older and older and older? But like, I have to get that in my head because like it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter what color. Like, if you want to do it, you can do it. But you gotta put in that work and it all pay off.
That is the thing that I think about a lot is age. I mean,
Yeah.
you're 25. You got many years ahead of you. I'm 31
Yeah.
already, man, and that's like in the music world, especially in hip hop, it just feels like ancient.
Yeah.
But that's what I have
Yeah.
to tell myself all the time too. Is exactly what you just said. It's like the age does not
Exactly.
matter. There's plenty of
At
examples of
all.
it. Two Chains, you know, what I mean, he was
Like
known, but
he was
not.
like 40.
Yeah, exactly. Until he really
Yeah.
caught on.
Exactly.
Belly, he's like he was 31 before I ever heard
Hmm.
of him, you know, and things like that. So I think that's really just a misconception that we get from hip hop itself being young.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
You
So
know, like it's dope. Like when you get like rappers like Joey Badass starting like creating such a great like album at a young age. You look at that as like examples, but I mean you could start at any time, like no matter what it is. You can go to school at any time. Like I go to school and I have older people in my class all the time. What's the difference? You know,
yeah, exactly.
like it's no difference at all. You just gotta get that out of your head, honestly.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those things that when you see it in other people, you don't care
Yeah,
at all. And then but then
yeah,
you experience it for yourself and you feel
yeah.
like you're like a burden or like just like not
Hmm.
supposed to be there, so whatever.
Right.
But nobody's really thinking that around you. And if they are, I really could care less. You could think it all you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you.
Exactly.
I feel you.
Exactly.
But something else I want to talk to you about that you had mentioned to me before the show that I'm passionate about. Well, not so much lately because I've been
Yeah.
bad, man. But you talked to me about eating healthy, and I think that's really important.
Yeah.
I've always thought that that's probably the most important thing that you can do for
Yeah.
yourself um, overall.
Hmm.
So, like, how do you stay consistent with it? Some
Hmm.
practices you do, like, just give me an idea of how you enjoy a healthy eating lifestyle.
So backstory, like my girl, she's going to school to be a physical therapist, and like she's always in these classes that like talk about nutrition and all that. And so like every once in a while, she'd be like, "Babe, you know that if you eat this, you're gonna have like bad blood pressure or something like that." And I'd be in my head like, "Oh, I need to stop eating this because I'm eating too much of it." Like, so I cut that out, or like we're making salad here. I just really try to get like good intake of like vegetables and fruits mostly. Like we get our fruits and vegetables in the beginning of the week because it's a hassle getting in, like especially when we're working a lot and we don't have the time. So we try to pick a day to go grocery shopping and get some healthy stuff, healthy snacks and stuff. It doesn't always have to be chips and stuff like that. You know, there's a ton of food out there, so we try not to limit it to potato chips, Twinkies, and stuff like that. You know.
What's a shopping list? What's a use shopping list look like?
Shoot, let me check my notes real quick. Usually like stuff like kale, like spinach, uh, a lot of leafy greens, honestly. For snacks, like green bell peppers and stuff like that, or even yellow bell peppers, any bell peppers. They're good with stuff in it. We cut up fruit like melons, a whole bunch of melons. If you ask my girl, she'll always tell you like you look over and I have like a coconut in my hand, drinking it like whole. Like I love coconut juice. Like I literally get a hammer and like smash it open.
I could never get into that, man. I don't know. Something about coconuts is like I've never liked coconut water or whatever.
Yeah, most people don't.
I don't know. I want to like it. It's like one of those things that I
Yeah,
see it and it's like, damn, that looks so good. It looks so
yeah,
refreshing. And I'll like try it again to see if my palate has changed.
yeah.
It has not yet. One
It's
day.
not for everybody. It's really not for everybody. But like I really love it. Like I've had some good coconut juice. Like I feel like I know how to pick them now. Like which is weird because they all look the same before I start drinking them all the time. And now I start picking like the sweet ones. And I was just like, dang, this is actually it gets better and better.
So what do you think about the kind of like combating opinions in dietary advice? Because like there's so much shit out there, man, and it's like so much
Yeah,
information that I could go on Google right now and find
yeah,
a million articles that say you know coffee's the worst thing ever, and then I
right.
can go and find another million articles that say drinking coffee every day is great.
Yep,
So like what do you think about that type of discussion? Because we talked about
yeah,
people's combating opinions before and why we need to push our like beliefs on everybody, but like
yeah. I'm,
where did we go wrong in the science aspect of that?
I think where we went wrong is that like I strongly believe that everybody's different. Like there's this microbiome test that like you test like your you know what I'm talking about, like in
Yeah,
your stomach and stuff, and it literally will show you like what works best for you. But everybody's different though. Like someone might like get a lot of nutrients from a bell pepper, while someone might like do very badly. It might upset their stomach or something. So I really think that it created like a slippery slope when we said that like you need to eat this and that, this like everybody's literally different. Like we need to figure out what we're supposed to eat as like I don't know. It just creates a slippery slope, I think.
that is true. And have you
Yeah.
done one of those microbiome tests?
Not yet. We're going.
No.
Me and my girl are going to soon.
Yeah, I've wanted to do one too. Honestly,
Yeah.
I've heard about them a while back, and just kind
Yeah.
of one of those things that's slipped my mind, and I never came back to it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It
I'm
takes a little
interested.
while for her to get to the house, but I'll send you a message over and tell you how it is and stuff and what it
Yeah,
comes with.
yeah. Let me know because I'm definitely curious. I would like
I
to
got
know
you.
more about that. But um, yeah, I wanted to get into the old food pyramid after you said that
Yeah.
whole that everybody's different. That
Yeah.
is the number one exhibit A, whatever, prime example of just complete bullshit. If you ask me, like,
Yes.
what the
Yes.
fuck was the food pyramid back in the day?
Nothing. It was just a poster in the classroom.
Ah, that thing, if I remember correctly, that thing like wanted us to eat like a loaf of bread a day or some shit like that. It was like,
Yeah.
nah.
Just it made no sense.
but um, but no. So a little bit more on this because like I try to again. I say this. I've been pretty bad lately. I've been eating pretty shitty.
Mm,
I don't know. Attribute that to being in the house too much. Whatever you want.
yeah.
That probably has nothing to do with it though. I'm just eating bad. But like, how do you balance it? Because obviously, you know what I mean. Like, we gotta indulge every once in a while,
Yeah.
right? So like,
For
what do you have
real.
like a cheat day or what do you do to
Oh,
like balance that shit?
I honestly don't even have like I literally sometimes I'll just literally crave something that just so happens to be healthy. But like I really don't be trying to say look at stuff like, oh, I can't eat this. Like I'm not hardcore like that. But like sometimes I don't feel like cooking. I'll go to Trader Joe's and get something that says like it's all vegetables or something, but it'll be freaking fire. Like I just try to meal prep too, like every couple of days. Also, like I'll make a big salad and me and my girl eat that for lunch for the next 2 to 3 days. You know, it
Are
just
you
helps.
are you vegetarian?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. I actually work for my brother's catering business, all
Okay.
meats.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, was it you or is it Jethro that does the little gardening? I know I saw one of you that did the
Oh,
like had some
we're
collards
honestly
going.
both.
Okay.
Both. But
Okay.
he got me into it though. He got me into it. Their garden is be off the hook, honestly. They have
What's,
some good stuff.
what type of stuff are you growing? Because I got a little garden myself going in the back.
Oh, nice. Well, my garden that I grew last season, I grew what's it called? Lemon cucumbers, zucchini, squash.
Did you say
I grew
lemon?
corn.
Did you say
Yeah,
lemon cucumbers?
yes, sir.
What is
They're like
that?
literally yellow cucumbers. They're like this big, but if you get some rice vinegar seasoning, they're fire, bro.
Huh.
It's
Okay.
delicious. Do you like cucumbers?
Yeah, I don't mind. They gotta be what the hell you call that shit? The pickled. Yeah, like you said.
Oh, I get what you.
Yeah.
Hey, well,
Which is
get some rice vinegar. I promise you'll probably like them a little better.
I'll have to check that out. Well,
Yeah,
actually,
it tastes like a fresh pickle.
well, cucumber is a pickle, ain't
Yeah.
it? That's all I got.
Yeah.
All right, so I do like cucumbers too. Like I like cucumbers in a salad with a little
Right.
bit of vinegar on. So not
Right.
fully pickled, but you gotta. That was a dumb moment for me.
Hey,
But
it's
yes,
not the first time I heard that though. I feel like I just
uh,
heard that like 2 weeks ago. Actually, someone did the same thing.
oh
They're
man,
like, wait,
I'm ashamed of myself for that. But
hey, don't
anyway,
be. It happens.
but yeah, man, I've got the main thing that I've had success with in my garden is collards. I've been doing real well with my collards.
Oh,
Yeah, in the back. I'm getting like a solid pot out of them, like probably like every 3 weeks or so. Man, the things are
nice.
growing like a champ.
Well,
But
does it grow better out there? Because you're in Florida, so it's like real humid and stuff, huh?
some stuff like apparently collards do,
Oh,
and like I'm not an expert on it by any means, but
yeah,
like it's pretty hard to get stuff to grow in South Florida
mm,
anyway. Man, it's just hot,
yeah.
super hot all the
I
time,
feel that.
and it's like I don't know. I've had some trouble with like I tried to do some okra and things like that.
Mhm.
Couldn't really get it going. I had some success with some
Yeah.
peppers and things, but it's
You just gotta
difficult.
water them a whole bunch, like deep.
Yeah,
There's let me try to find what it's called. My Jethro, he uses, I believe it's called a city picker, and it really helps keep the moisture in your plants so they don't dry out. Yeah, it's called city pickers,
city
but
pickers.
they've grown some like good vegetables with that.
What is that? Like, what does it do?
It's basically like a huge like container that you put the dirt and stuff in, but it keeps like the moisture in the bottom instead of like being in the ground and just continues to soak down, and then
Uh,
that'll dry up your plants. But the city picker keeps it more moisture inside.
is that kind of
They've
like
grown like watermelons.
is that kind of similar to like a raised bed, and then it has a bottom in it so the water doesn't leak in?
Kind, yeah, kind of honestly. Like,
Okay.
but the city picker is honestly even better. Like, it only fit like two vegetables in it.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, it's pretty dope. They put me on that.
I'll have to check that out too for sure.
Yeah.
I'm getting all types of knowledge from you, man. I'm loving
Yes,
it.
sir. I'm glad I can help. Yeah,
Oh man.
you can message me anytime if you need some help with like gardening too. I'm really into like plants and everything.
Dope, 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 for sure.
Yeah.
I'll take you up on that for sure. But like, how
Yes,
does it
sir.
help? How does do you think eating healthy overall like just benefits you? Because like obviously there's the
Mhm.
simple fact that you're going to be healthier, your body is
Yeah.
going to feel better. But
Right.
specifically, I'm trying to get at the mental aspect of it because
Mhm.
I don't think
Right.
that's something that people think about a lot.
Exactly. Because it really does help mentally. And it also like most people don't know that the gut is like literally your second brain, and that's what like creates your mood. So when you're eating all this bad stuff, you're just gonna be groggy and just, I mean, irritable and stuff like that. But every time I eat something good, like I feel lighter and just I feel sharper in my brain. Like I literally feel different compared to when I eat something greasy and stuff. I'm just like, oh, I don't want to do nothing. Like I just want to sit here and literally do nothing and be lazy. But yeah, eating healthy helps a lot.
No, I agree, and
Yeah.
when I don't like, it's something that I can honestly hear in like my
Mhm.
music. Like it's really weird
Yes.
to say that, but it
Yeah.
transitions into literally everything
Mhm.
that we do. So yeah, man, I don't want to try to sound like I'm Mr. Perfect over here eating great,
No,
but you know,
I'm not either.
I get
Yeah,
our
I'm not
info out
either.
there.
Yep. But I completely feel that. Like in my music, like when I eat a heavy meal, I'd be like, oh, I don't got any right now. Let me go take a break, and like I won't record the whole night, even though I said it was gonna be a
Yeah,
break. Compared to like when I eat like a salad before I go to the studio, I don't know. I feel more sharp. Feel like I come up with more stuff. Like I feel more alert. Like I just feel the beat more too. It's pretty crazy. Also
nice.
tea. Do you like tea?
I do. I like more iced tea, not sweet tea though. I
Yeah.
don't drink sweet tea. I actually like
Yeah.
unsweetened tea, which people think I'm super weird for that, but whatever. And usually when I order it from like Popeyes or whatever, they never even give
Yeah.
it to me. They don't even know if they have it. I don't think they do, but they have it on their menu. But
Yeah.
they don't even give it. They just give me sweet tea. But like
Yeah.
I am trying to get a little bit more. My
Yeah.
girlfriend actually is getting heavy into some
Mhm.
hot teas, so I'll
I'll
try to
have to
do
give
it.
you some good teas right after this too.
Yeah,
I'll
for
give you
sure.
some good ones honestly, especially because I'm a big coffee drinker, so I try to balance the coffee and the tea because I be drinking too much coffee sometimes.
Bro, coffee is my vice, man.
Bro,
Mm,
it
I
makes
love
no
it.
sense how good it is. The
I
smell,
love it
it gets my brain lit up. It's like yeah,
for real.
gets me excited in the morning.
Black coffee too, right? You just drinking black coffee?
I drink all coffee, anything.
Oh well,
Like I use a French press. Like
me too.
oh, it just hits different.
I don't know why anybody makes coffee without a French press.
Honestly, I be trying to tell my mom. She's just more into like convenience and stuff. It's all convenience at the end of the day, but that
How is a
French press,
how is a French press not convenient though? You get coffee
I
in
don't
two
know.
seconds.
I know because usually compared to a Keurig, it takes like 2 seconds, and then you gotta wait the 4 minutes. Well, she's always having meetings and stuff like that, so I feel it. But it's just like I'm telling you, the French press is the way to go.
That Keurig
It's
is
the best taste.
it's not strong enough, man.
Yes,
There's,
thank you. Exactly.
you can only fit
Thank
so
you.
much coffee in this little shit right here. Like I
Yep.
packed that French press in there.
Exactly. Me too. Me too. For
Oh
real.
man. Um, but yeah, so you mentioned like transitioning your or we were talking about transitioning eating and into
Yeah.
your music and things like that. I need to
Mhm.
know. We're approaching an hour here already, which I cannot believe.
Yeah.
But I,
Dang, that's crazy.
right. I need to know what a day in the studio with you looks like because I'm gonna say this, and this is again,
Yeah.
I mean this in the best of ways. You're a
Yeah.
super unique dude, bro. Like I just look at your
I appreciate
Instagram,
that.
listen to your music, and it's like, damn, this guy's unique. But I feel like you're so insightful too with your music. So like,
Yeah.
just what goes into a studio session that creates the product that you do?
Shoot. Honestly, sometimes like I'll get inspiration like how I'm feeling that day. Like I might have a down day and then my music might be a little bit slower than usual, you know. Might get in a little argument with my girlfriend, might be something like regarding that. Might have like a bad day at work, might be something about that. Like I don't know, I kind of just use my energy, like whatever I'm feeling, I try to use it in the studio. Compared to like some people, they might be feeling down and they get in the studio and just like I can't do it, like I'm too feeling down. But music really helps me get out of that bad mood or even express that good mood that I'm feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what music does to me. So I try to use that. Like I'll go in and literally like it's hecka funny because I'll show my girl like when I start music, I'll listen to the beat and then like I'll hum and like do random words. Like I won't say anything. I'll just literally only focus on the melody. I'll be blah 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 blah. Like it sounds weird. I'll show my girl and I'm like, listen to this. She's like, are you even saying words? I'm like, no. And then I'll go like in the studio for like a couple hours, like 4 hours, and then like I'll whip up like 5 songs, and then I'd be like, this is the song I showed you, and then she'll be like, that's crazy. Like she was like, how do you hear that out of that? Which is it just cracks me up, honestly.
I take a similar approach, but like,
Yeah.
um, do you actually like physically write your stuff? Well, I know a lot of people don't
Mhm.
even write shit now. It's just like I
Yep.
can't do that, man. I'm not like off the top type of dude, but
Yeah.
so that's good. And I feel like I can kind of tell. I can tell the ones that do and the ones that don't.
Yeah.
For the most part, I feel. But there are some super talented guys that can just spout off some stuff, man. And it's
For
like,
real. K
bruh,
Hella, I've seen it.
wow.
Yeah,
I can definitely
he
say that.
freestyles, best freestyler hand down. Like I'll stand on that till I die. Like that boy, man, he can
Yep.
freestyle. But as for like the how I go about it, like I'll literally like it's kind of weird because when I mumble and all that stuff, I hear what I'm trying to say, and it's easy for me to pick out those words that I was trying to say, and I'll write to it, and then I'll lay this track down. Like there was one point where I was like doing like 3 songs a week for like a couple months, and that's actually how I got Who Better finished, just working through it.
You know, I can't believe we haven't even mentioned that album this whole time, to be honest.
No, it's all good.
But like, phenomenal project, man. Like
I appreciate that.
I will venture to say, at least with the R&B artists that I
Yeah.
have placed, or that more of that. I don't know. What do you consider yourself? Do you consider yourself a hip hop artist, R&B? Like, what do you say?
I want to say that I'm just like independent, cause like I really don't try to like say that I'm just strictly R&B, cause I be wanting to rap sometimes. Like it's just whatever I'm in the mood for. Like I really just try to use my sound like to its full capability. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just try to, I don't know, I try to push myself and not try to limit myself to like strictly only rap or strictly only like R&B. Like I'm really trying to make all types of music. Like I plan on dropping a rock tape one of these days.
Okay.
Like it's gonna be everything. I'm gonna drop some bangers this summer. Like there's more coming this year too. Who Better is only the beginning. It's literally the tip of the iceberg.
I mean, it's a great place to start, but like I was about to
Yeah.
say, man, that like as a whole project, like just start to finish, everything fit. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
was all um, kind of on a similar like topic, uh, or in a similar topic world, but
Right.
not too similar. Like I get these
Right.
guys that'll make, well, whatever, how many songs
Mhm.
on an album, and you can tell they're trying to make it like a succinct project, but then it's just like, well,
Right.
this is like the same song 9 times. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? And it
Yes,
wasn't like
I
that at
feel
all.
that.
Yeah, I want
Doesn't
to.
it feel like that with music nowadays though too? Like
Oh,
I don't know. That's why I'm so appreciative to be in like the group of friends that I'm in, because like they don't try to focus on being like other people. Like they literally just make music that comes like out of them, like what they're feeling, and it's super dope to see.
yeah, it's you're 100% right on that.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. Most of these guys are just like, oh, I got a new song. It's like, all right, didn't I hear
Yeah.
this last week? But
Yeah.
whatever. But
Yeah.
I don't like to talk negative about other people.
Yeah. I
I'll
feel
shine
you
light.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? I'll shine light where it needs to be, and
Right.
I'll let you do your own thing over there in the dark.
Yep.
But why did you save sites for a bonus record?
Because I wanted to let them know that like I'm not just doing the slow stuff. Like behind the scenes, I'm still gonna be dropping these bangers too. Because
Okay.
I like parties. I like partying too. Like I like turning up with the homies. Like we have random parties at my homie's house all the time, and like we play our music and other people's music. We just like to get turned, you know. So I have to have a couple bangers, you know.
Okay. I was just curious because like I love that song. That might be my favorite song on the album. But and I
Yeah.
was like, wait a second. Were you thinking about not putting this on there? Because that's where I thought it.
I wasn't gonna do it at first because I was just thinking too hard. It was one of those days I was like, should I even put like it's more upbeat, you know what I mean, compared to all the other
Okay.
tracks. And that's why I put bonus. I was like, I'm just throw bonus on there and just I have to.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way that this man didn't think this record was
Yeah.
good enough to be a regular record. But all right, it makes sense now. It makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Oh man. Um,
My heart was pumping for that one too in the studio. I had to. I was like, I have to do something with this. I actually have a couple of tracks that didn't make it onto Who Better because of upbeat. So this summertime I plan on dropping them. It's gonna be some good ones.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I can't wait for your whole team to drop music, man. Like when Jethro, I was talking to Jethro and he mentioned he was like, "Oh, I'm trying to get stuff together and get back at it."
Mm-hmm.
My heart sank. It's like, man,
Yeah.
I just found you, bro. Like, what? You can't go
Yeah.
away. But
Yeah, man, it's just literally life, man.
yeah,
Life doesn't. It's just a lot. They be throwing punches at you from every direction at one time sometimes.
no, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah,
And but like I said, I can't wait for more music from you. I can't wait
yeah,
I'm gonna say this. I'm not to put some more attention on K Hella, but
Yeah.
I'm working with him right now on a record. I'm putting some
Mhm.
pressure on him. I need you to come through for me, K. So
Yes,
if you're
sir.
listening, send that shit back. I can't wait.
Hey,
But
okay, hell about to send you some fire. Just know that. Just
I
always
know.
know whatever he sends, always will be fire.
No, I know that for a fact. But yeah, man. Again, we're about out of time here, wrapping it up. We're
Yes,
might
sir.
be a little over an hour. I don't even remember when we started, but I appreciate you taking the time. Before we go, just tell everybody like if you have any dates for anything, your newest
Yeah,
stuff coming out, where we can find you on social media and all that good
right.
stuff.
No dates right now, but you can follow my Instagram, use_power. It's YUSE_POWER on Instagram, and then I'll update you anything that I have coming. Stay tuned.
Excellent. One more quick question before we do go. What's
Yes, sir.
why the accent mark over the U?
I just it's basically just literally just for the accent. Like that's
Ah,
all it's for.
I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah. I was actually drawing and writing different names and like I just liked how it looked.
Yeah.
I could see it on the shirt one day.
It
I'd be
definitely.
looking in like the future and stuff.
No, you're right about that. It definitely has a visual appeal, so that's probably a
Right.
good move. Um,
Right.
plus, I could probably see somebody reading your name and not knowing how to say it without the accent mark. So yeah, whatever.
I kind of like that too, also, because it kind of makes you dig deeper,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. Like, who is this guy? Like, you know what I mean? And then they find other stuff. So it's all part of the plan.
Hey, maybe that's how. You subconsciously got me with the accent mark. If you didn't have that accent mark, I would have passed over your stuff, but I doubt
Hey, who knows?
it. But anyway, man, I appreciate you taking the time. Just
Yes,
hang on
sir.
for me 1 second. We'll chat a little bit after this. But
Yes,
everybody
sir.
listening, thank you so much for joining us for episode 17.
Yeet.
Got a lot more coming your way, music wise, podcast wise, playlist wise. It's all coming at you. But
Yes,
thank y'all for
sir.
listening. I love y'all. Have a good night, everybody.